This is the long and interesting history of Algeria in easy English. Algeria is the largest country in Africa. It sits between the blue Mediterranean Sea and the giant Sahara Desert. For thousands of years, many different people lived there, fought there, and built beautiful cities there. The first people of Algeria are the Berbers. They call themselves the Amazigh, which means free people. They lived in the mountains and the desert long before anyone else. They were farmers and brave fighters. Around 800 years before the Common Era, people called Phoenicians came from the sea. They built a famous city called Carthage. The Berbers and the people of Carthage traded gold, food, and clothes. Later, a very strong empire called Rome came. Rome fought Carthage and won. By the year 146 BCE, Rome ruled the land. They built huge stone theaters and long roads that you can still see today. After Rome became weak, a group called the Vandals came in the year 429. They were rough fighters from Europe. Then, in 533, the Byzantine Empire from the east took the land. But these groups did not stay forever. In the 600s, a big change happened. Arab people came from the east and brought the message of Islam to the region. During this time, the religion of Islam began to spread throughout the land, and the Arabic language became common. Most Berbers accepted Islam, and it became the main religion of the people. For hundreds of years, different Muslim kingdoms ruled. Some were the Zirids, the Almoravids, and the Almohads. These groups were very smart. They built great schools and beautiful mosques with green tiles. They ruled not only Algeria, but also parts of Spain. Later, a group called the Zionids ruled from a city called Tlemcen. It was a golden time for art and science. In the 1500s, Spain tried to take the cities by the sea. The Algerian people asked for help from the Ottoman Empire in Turkey. Two famous brothers, known as the Barbarossa brothers, came with ships. They pushed Spain away. Algeria became part of the Ottoman Empire in 1519. The city of Algiers became very rich. Many sailors, called privateers, lived there. They took riches from ships belonging to France, Britain, and the United States. This made the Western countries very angry. They sent many warships to attack Algiers, but the city stayed strong for a long time. In 1830, France sent a massive army to invade Algeria. They said they wanted to stop the sea fights, but they really wanted the land. The Algerian people did not want the French there. A great hero named Emir Abdelkader led a holy war against France. He was a very wise and brave leader. He fought for 17 years, but France had more guns and soldiers. By 1848, France said Algeria was not a colony, it was a part of France. Many Europeans moved there. They were called Pieds Noirs. They took the best farms and lived in nice houses. The local Algerian people became poor in their own land. They had fewer rights than the Europeans. This unfair life lasted for over a century. The years went by and more French people came. They were about 1/5 of all the people in big cities. Some Algerians went to school in France and learned new ideas about freedom. They wanted to be equal, but France said no. This made people more angry. In 1945, after a big world war, there were protests in a place called Sétif. The French army stopped them, and many Algerians died. This made more people want freedom. In 1954, the big fight for freedom started. It was called the Algerian War of Independence. The Algerian National Liberation Front led the fight. They used small groups to attack. France sent a huge army. It was a very hard and long war. It lasted 8 years. Many people died, maybe 400,000 or more. There was fighting in towns and in the country. It was sad and bloody. France had trouble at home, too. Finally, in 1962, the French left. Algeria became an independent nation. Most French people left the country. Ahmed Ben Bella became the first president. The new country was happy but also poor and tired from the war. After freedom, the leaders worked hard. Ben Bella started new rules, but in 1965, Houari Boumediene took power in a quick change. He was from the army. He made the government strong. They found oil and gas in the big desert. This made the country rich. They sold it to other countries and got money. They built new schools, hospitals, and roads. People had more food and better lives. But new problems came. In 1989, they made a new rule to have more than one party. In 1991, a group called the Islamic Salvation Front won a lot in the first vote. The army did not like this. They stopped the vote and said the group was bad. This started a civil war. It lasted from 1991 to 2002. It was very bad. Many people died, more than 100,000. The army fought the Islamist fighters. It was like a dark time. In 1999, Abdelaziz Bouteflika became president. He worked to make peace. He gave forgiveness to many fighters. The war got smaller and stopped. Bouteflika stayed president for many years. He helped the country grow more with oil money. But people were not happy. There were no good jobs for young people. There was too much money for some leaders, but not for others. In 2011, big protests came in many Arab countries. Some people in Algeria also protested. Bouteflika stayed, but people wanted change. In 2019, huge protests started again. People said no more to him. He left his job. The army helped keep order. Then Abdelmajid Tebboune became the new president. He made a new constitution in 2020 to help the country. He worked on creating jobs and fighting the bad use of money. In 2024, he won the vote again and stayed president. Algeria still has the desert and the sea. It has strong people with a long history. They love their land, their religion, and their Berber roots. The country is working to give good lives to all people today. They remember the old times with the Romans and the Arabs and the hard fight for freedom. This is the story of Algeria. It is a story of brave people who never stopped fighting for their home.